Well, thank you for being here. Today, we are doing something very exciting. At World Women Foundation, we believe that there is space and space for every voice. Equality doesn't happen just like that. It takes intention and it takes courage to take risk, to invest in places where it is often overlooked and underestimated. And one of the most important things we often overlook is mothers and motherhood. And it is my immense pleasure to introduce you to the first open mic of World Women Khan Agenda. I think every good idea starts with good intentions and of course, a group of very intentional and passionate people. We had this idea that we just don't want to show up as a nonprofit in Cannes during the Festival of Creativity, just doing panels, but how can we be more intentional and expand our space, not just provide space, but how can women really take space in their authentic selves? And I was sharing this idea with none other than Francoise and Amber, who are taking the front row seat here. And they were the first one to say, yes, we will support you. And let's put motherhood in the center of this disruptive future as we are talking about creativity, how mothers are kind of using creativity as a powerful tool to solve some of the complex challenges of the world. And this is just about that. A little bit of my personal story, why this is important to me. In 2012, I became a mother. I had no guidebook to understand what motherhood was about. Everybody says it's a blessed feeling. I really hated it. And I have also had that conversation with my daughter who's 13 years old, and that was a hard and honest conversation, honestly. I could not live with her for the first 9 years of her life. She lived in India and I lived in US. I reunited with my daughter just 4 years ago. So there is a lot of responsibilities when it comes to caretaking, caregiving, when it comes to mother. And of course, finding my place as a person, what I'm supposed to do, that became even more important to me than just becoming a mother. And I don't regret sharing that in front of my daughter. And I don't think we should feel ashamed of sharing how we feel. Motherhood is not just a glorified word that everybody needs to feel great about it. So tonight, we celebrate 10 extraordinary women and mothers who are going to talk about motherhood as a force of nature. It's my immense pleasure also to share this vision. Initially, when I was planning this idea, I shared it with Maria and her team from Much Better Agency, and she said, I'm coming on board and I'm going to help you. And also, I shared this idea with Mandeline from Gina Davis Institute and Emily from Clio Awards. You know, there are a lot of intentional women right here sitting, taking the front row seat. Even Valerie from Chanel Foundation, you know, she worked at the Chanel Foundation. So there's so many women who has donated their time today just to hear this incredible 10 women. Please give a big round of applause just for showing up. Because there are 400, 500 important things, fancy things happening right now. But you showed up for these women. Remember that. You donated your precious life. That's much more important than anything else. And it's my immense pleasure. I want to invite Maria right now to begin the open mic.